down the alleyway. I'm not trying to shit on Freddy's first appearance. I think it's awesome, and it's got a ton of great moments, like when he shows off his masochism to Tina by slicing off his fingers, or when she rips off his face to reveal a creepy skeleton puppet behind it. But even those are a little silly. And I'm just pointing out that even from his first appearance, he's always had a little bit of goofiness to it. But, unlike in later films, this Freddy's still scary as fuck. Rod wakes up to find Tina thrashing around and is unable to see Freddy murdering her when her chest erupts open with 4 slash marks. Then she starts levitating above the bed and her body smacks Rod across the room. In one of the best kills I've ever seen, Tina slowly dragged up the wall of her room, which they accomplished by building a freaking rotating room and nailing down the furniture and cameras in place while they turned it. Tina winds up on the ceiling, reaching out to Rod for help as he screams her name, but there's nothing he can do, and she falls to the bed dead. An amazing first kill to start a franchise with. Glenn and Nancy bust in the room to find Tina dead on the floor and Rod nowhere to be found. So Nancy goes to the police station where her dad, Lieutenant Donald Thompson...
I'm gonna die. Oh, hi. This is my other twin. Who is it? Who's the killer?
I'm not joking.
Who is it?
Ray.
Oh, should I DC as well?
Yeah, because I'm not doing the light.
Oh, I'm not lagging at all.
I am.
I'm just gonna... Wow. I'm gonna DC as well now because, like, seriously, I was like 12 feet away from him and he somehow hit me. Alright, invite me again.
Okay.
Taking on the case. He and her mom, Marge, don't get along, but they do agree on the fact that Rod's the murderer, even after Nancy says the earlier fight Tina and Rod had wasn't that serious.
Maybe you don't think murder is serious.
What the fuck, Marge? Don't mind her. She's probably just drunk. No, for real. The next morning, she's boozing for breakfast. She tries to get Nancy to stay home from school, but Nancy, sleep-deprived from staying up, would probably rather learn geometry than get her makeup melted off by her mom's vodka breath. On the way to school, Nancy's being followed by a cop and abducted by a greaser, which we call real social bidet. Rod tells Nancy he's innocent, but before he can properly make a case, Lieutenant Thompson pops out, and Rod winds up being arrested in the middle of the road. Pop Thompson turns to Nancy and is like, "Great bait, mate. Better get to school before you're late." In demonology class with her teacher Elise Rainier, Nancy has a hard time staying awake, even though the kid reading in front of the class is wearing the loudest shirt I've ever seen. But she eventually falls asleep, which gives us more fun dream stuff, like Tina in a bloody body bag saying, "What up?" to Nancy. When Nance follows her out into the hallway, we get another indelible image, the body bag being dragged away around the corner by an invisible force. Nancy runs to follow it, but she smacks into a hall monitor wearing a very familiar outfit.
Where's your pass? Screw your pass.
Better watch that attitude, Nancy. That monitor's been ordained in the Church of Finger Knife. Nancy follows the blood trail downstairs into the boiler room where she runs into Fred Krueger for herself. He's still on that masochism kick and shows Nancy he's
sorry.
oozy maggots behind his nipples. Yeah. Then he comes after her and corners her in the boiler room. And the only way Nancy avoids his glove and his waggly tongue is by burning herself against a hot pipe, which wakes herself up out of the dream. She sees that her dream injury followed her into the real world, so she visits Rod in jail again to hear him out. He tells her that Tina died from 4 slashes all at once, and further elaborates that he's also dreamt of a guy with knives for fingers. So Nancy finally begins to realize just how deep of shit they're all in. And it's pretty deep. That night she's enjoying some tubby time with her favorite blue bath pillow when she falls asleep, and Freddy gets real suggestive with his glove. Before things can get explicit, Nancy's woken up by her mom, warning her about sleepy people drowning in baths, but Nancy doesn't heed her warning and falls asleep again. And this time Fred gets straight to business and pulls her underwater, turning her tub into a deep blue sea and nearly drowning her in the bath. She's able to escape, but she ain't taking chances no more. Better break out these convenient stay-awake pills behind the mirror. They act fast. She gets a bedtime visit from Glenn, who still doesn't buy into all this dream superstuff, so he's probably not the best person to ask to stand guard for you while you go on a dream journey, Nancy. Since he's the only option she has, they turn off the lights, and she tells him to wake her up if she starts sleep freaking. In her dream, she goes outside and winds up at the police station where she peeps in on Rod, fast asleep on his jail cot. Oh, and look, he's got a visitor. Wonder if it's conjugal. Nancy starts calling out for Glenn, but to no avail. Then Tina shows up again and gets all buggy, spitting out centipedes and turning into eels and shit. Is this what your dreams are like? What did you eat before bed, Nancy? Freddy pops out and begins another chase sequence that leads Nancy to her home, where she tries to run upstairs only to find the steps have been turned into blocks of toothpaste. Freddy uses a very unconvincing mask and pretends to be Tina for a minute.
Nancy, help me, please.
Until he gets bored role-playing and just wants to be himself again.
Nancy from Freddy.
Nancy finally gets upstairs only to find Glenn asleep, and when she tries to wake herself up in the mirror, she instead gets attacked by Freddy, who jumps through it and pins her down on the bed. They have a feathery pillow fight, which looks like lots of fun, but before Freddy can close the deal, Nancy's alarm clock goes off and wakes her up. She yells at Glenn because he had one job.
You shit.
When she sees a remnant of her Freddy fun time, she realizes Rod is in danger. They go to the police station, but get held up by Nancy's dad, who's working late on the case. So they're unable to get back to Rod as he's being visited by Freddy via a very phallic rolled-up bedsheet that wraps around his neck. It tightens and strangles him, then drags him across the floor and up the wall to hang him to death. They all find Rod dead via hanging in the jail cell, giving us another kill to chalk up on the board. I guess he couldn't stay golden. After Rod's funeral, Nancy describes her dream stalker to her dad, who looks at Marge nervously as Nance goes into detail about the hat and the sweater and the finger knife glove. Mama Marge says it's time for Nancy to get help, so off to the CAPTCHA Institute for some science. Nancy goes to sleep under supervision, but when she slips into REM sleep, her charts start going all earthquaking, and she convulses violently in bed. Marge and the doctors wake her up to find three things. Number one, Nancy's hair is now white. It just might remain that way for the rest of her days. Number two, I don't really have Hamilton lyrics for 2 or 3, but she's got a slash on her arm, and she's pulled Freddy's fedora out of her dreams and into reality. But Nancy, how will he milady his way around Dream World now? The next morning, after Nancy shows Marge the name Fred Krueger is written inside the hat, you know, in case Fred ever had a coat check, I guess, Marge says he's not a threat because Fred Krueger is dead, and Nancy gets real mad that Marge has known about this dude the whole time. So mad that she smashed...
It's a hunch just because she's already on me. And she's got Hex Ruin.
I don't have Hex.
Oh, hi. Be careful, she's around here and she's got Hex Ruin. Alright, we gotta look for that Hex. I feel like it's in here.
Oh, it's some more. Just
You've gotta be crapping me. There's no way she's seen me. Can somebody help me? Oh my god. Bro, this Meg is literally mentally retarded. She has no idea what the hell she's doing. She literally doesn't know how to run. Tori, you're gonna have to help me. We're all gonna get hooked. Tori. And she's gonna What a way to ruin the game. Wow, how freaking rude. Can you not be so annoying, you little bitch?
wrought iron bars covering them. Looks like Mama Marge got drunk and installed a new security system in, what, a single afternoon? And they say alcohol's a depressant. Marge takes Nancy down to the basement to finally fill her in on Fred Krueger's backstory.
He was a filthy child murderer who killed at least 20 kids in the neighborhood.
Ho ho! Here, they only mention child became even more of a monster. Nancy...
The lawyers got fat and the judge got famous, but somebody forgot to sign the search warrant in the right place, and Krueger was free just like that.
So Marge admits that the parents trapped Freddy in an old warehouse and burned the mother down with him inside, killing him in the fire and taking for a death trophy his finger knife glove. Nancy calls Glenn, who, oh yeah, lives across the street in a crop top paradise, and tells him who Freddy is and how she plans to kill him. She's gonna grab him and pull him out of her dreams into the real world, and then, I guess Glenn's supposed to do the dirty work?
I grabbed the guy in my dream. You see me struggling, so you wake me up. We both come out, you whack the fucker, and we got him.
I still wouldn't be trusting this dude after he fell asleep last time, but Nancy gives him another chance and says to meet her on the porch at midnight.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Marge puts Nancy to bed and cleans up her coffeeware, not knowing that as soon as she's out of the room, Nancy's about to pull out her backup supply to get another fix of that sweet, sweet show. When it gets closer to midnight, Nancy goes to sneak out. Blood covering the ceiling and the walls of Glenn's room with his innards. It's a fascinating kill that used the same upside-down room that Tina Still did. When the blood pooled to one side. Thus the even weirder imagery of all that blood sliding off at an angle. Same type of shit, man. Of course, Nancy's traps have a bit more of a your next edge to them. Before the fun and games begin, she puts Marge to bed, and they have a heart-to-heart where they mostly make up. Yeah, Marge, maybe put down the bottle of bed vodka, huh? Leave it for the morning. Fred's head. The cop across the street ignores her pleas for help, so Fred finds the time to escape her room, only to get hit in the stomach with her sledgehammer trap, fall backwards down the stairs, and trip over a wire, igniting a lamp full of gunpowder. God damn, Freddy, you clumsy as hell in the real world. They wind up in the basement, where Nancy douses Fred with gasoline and lights him on fire. Like Freddy when he's on fire, since he's about 20 pounds heavier in the face, and it looks fucking weird. It's actually an amazing fire stunt performed by Tony Cesare, who did stunts in The Thing and played Ghostface in the first two Screams. Dude tumbles down the stairs while on fire, then begins to climb up them again, all of which was done in a single take. That's some Kane Hodder level stunt work, son. The cops finally take the screaming teenage girl seriously when they see her friggin' house is on fire, but if those burning footsteps are any indication, it looks like Freddy's escaped the basement and gone upstairs to go after Marge. Nancy walks in to find a flaming Freddy straddling her mother, and after Donald rushes in and puts out the fire with a sheet, they pull it back to find Marge's charred corpse floating over an eerie abyss. It sinks down into nothingness, and her death concludes with the bed returning to normal.
How do you believe me?
Yeah, you kinda owe your daughter for life for this one, Lieutenant. Nancy sends her dad downstairs, because she knows she's gotta finish this shit. She turns her back to the bed and allows Freddy to rise up from it, tearing his way out of the sheets like an impatient, murdery newborn. But she tells him that it's too late for him to get her, and that the whole thing is just a dream.
I take back every bit of energy I gave you.
Quite a gamble. Let's see if it pays off. And it does! says, wow, unexpected static effects there. She walks out the bedroom and right onto her front porch, where it's a sunny day and her mom hasn't yet been barbecued. Good deal. Oh, and look, all her friends are alive too. Wow, Nance, you made out like a bandit with this ending. Should I take back all those kills from the count? Eh, not so fast, first-timers, because it looks like Glenn is driving a Fredsmobile, and it don't want that top down at all. To be honest, this whole end tag scene is kind of a senseless mess that was only tacked on due to producer Bob Shaye's insistence. Wes Craven was not a fan of watching a possessed car drive off with his heroine screaming. Even worse is what happens after Marge sees the Jump Rope Girls singing their one-hit wonder. Watch this mannequin in just a second. Oh god, it looks so bad. One last time in slow motion. Oof. Kind of a crap ending to stick on one of the greatest horror movies of all time. But you know what? It doesn't negate the kills. So let's see how many we've got at the numbers. 4 people died in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, which is low, but surprisingly not the lowest in the series. Of the victims, 2 were men and 2 were women, making Freddy a certified equal opportunity murderer. With a runtime of 91 minutes, that comes out to a kill on average every 22.75 minutes. How could the Golden Chainsaw have coolest kills in Glenn? It was tough between his and Tina's death, since they're both absolutely incredible. But this one might have just won out because of the accidental slide all the blood does at the end. It just looks so damn cool. Dalma Shea for lamest death goes to Rod. It's a fine kill, but compared to the other 3, it's the least memorable. And that's it. Nightmare on Elm Street was released in 1984 and single-handedly launched New Line Cinema into the big leagues of production companies. It also spawned a whole bunch of sequels. Stephen Kalinowski. Due to me making a request too late, I had... Nightmare on Elm Street Part.
Hi, Tori.
Sorry.
Nothing to do with Nancy Thompson.
Yeah, your internet. I know.
Meg, stop throwing up. Please. Yep. So, Meg is throwing up. Bitch, I look like I'm fresh off the runway. Bitch, I go crazy the dumb way.
Oh no, I'm gonna get copyright strike.
I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, I'm almost loaded into the game.
No. I don't want sushi.
Ew, sushi's gross.
Nothing.
Oh my god, another ruin.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. It's another freaking hex ruin.
Ruin sucks.
I know.
Just like, I know.
Perks that suck in Dead by Daylight. 1. Hex Ruin. 2. Hex Ruin. 3. Hex Ruin. 4. Hex
So
Ruin.
just slow the game down a little bit. If you ever watch Monto's video.
Bro, what was that? Are you on Dead by Daylight?
Mhm.
Okay. I think it's the hag. Yep, it's the hag. And I just juked her. That's not fair.
Well.
Okay. Wow. And I'm going to just kill myself because this hag's retarded. But I mean, what do you get from a hag?
Ow! I don't know. Just
Should I give up struggling?
It's up to you.
Okay, well, if someone's coming to save me, but I feel like I'm just gonna be toxic and stop struggling in her face. Should I?
Well, if you want to be toxic, be toxic.
No! She got me off. I stopped struggling and then she got me off. God damn it.
Yeah.
This is why nobody likes the hag, because she's literally so dumb. Bro, whatever. I'm ending the stream because nobody's gonna freaking watch it anyways, so whatever.